Well played, Sega. Well played. This is undoubtedly the best trailer they have released for Sonic Frontiers yet. In fact, I'm gonna go say it, this is probably the best trailer I've seen the Sonic games put out since Generations. Surprise, surprise, having a trailer that shows both the gameplay and the story happens to make for a good viewing experience. Those early trailers clearly were about trying to spark interest and conversation for the game since they were still quite a bit away from release. This trailer is still, though, the traditional kind you would have seen a decent amount of months before now, considering the game's only about 3 months away, early November. But perhaps they just really wanted to save it for now to make the hype train take off the rails right near the sales period. Will it work? I guess we'll find out, but as far as this trailer is concerned, yes, it was genuine quality. You would have to be lying to say that they did not do a good job for this trailer. The cutscenes look incredible, very high quality. It's almost hard to believe they're official Sonic game cutscenes, especially when you consider what we got in Sonic Forces, where so much of the character animation felt stunted and awkward, if you even got it at all. Here though, Sonic is very expressive, very fluid in his movements, and he's sharp. There's not a lot of blurriness going on between him and the background environments. It all seems fresh and in your face. And this is a quality that we haven't really seen since the times of Sonic Unleashed's cutscenes, which were pretty much the most ambitious they had gotten. Well, Sonic 06 had some ambitious cutscenes too, but you know what I mean. Here, it's very comparable to that, and what helps it, I think, is how Sonic is animated. He makes full use of the facial muscles, such as the brow. You'll notice it numerous times, even though it is slight, he actually animates his brows and moves them, whereas the recent modern games have overly relied on just using his eyelids for expressions, which sometimes is fine, but a lot of the time lack the oomph behind the emotion. But it's not just those facial muscles being used that help. The whole thing is clearly been animated with care and with a good direction, and it really makes the whole thing feel more alive and impressive. We got to hear some new music for the game in the trailer, and getting an understanding of music through a trailer can be hard at times, but from what I was able to listen to, the atmosphere felt appropriate in the tracks we did hear. The grand sounding music near the end lends quite well to a bigger scale encounter or an epic adventure, which is a feeling I haven't felt from Sonic in, I guess, Unleashed would be appropriate once again, and it's nice to see that not only have they talked a big game, but they seem to actually be putting the effort to present such a feeling, such an atmosphere, through the music, through the visuals, through the storyline, and maybe even through the gameplay. It could get quite difficult depending on how they design it. We didn't get to hear Sonic speak that much himself in this trailer, so I'm not going to jump the shark on that topic. However, I do want to say that what little we did hear surprised me in a pleasant way. We've still got Roger, and this direction for his voice acting makes Sonic sound so much more in the moment and less meta character breaking the fourth wall, memeing about everything that happens. I'll talk to Forces once again. Sonic was in a very dire condition in Forces, but you really wouldn't know based on the way he spoke and what he said. It just didn't match it at all. Here though, despite the fact that we still are missing story details, and despite the fact that we've only heard him say maybe less than 15 seconds of dialogue, he already has Sonic sounding a lot more involved in the game itself, and that is hopefully a really good sign of things to come. I want to make it clear that Roger is a very capable actor and he's done many roles. It's just that his Sonic, I have felt for the longest time, didn't quite hit the same notes Sonic's other actors had done. But it could very well have been that the direction he was given, what the game developers at the time wanted from him, was that, and not that he wasn't able to present Sonic in a different way. So, again, we barely heard anything. I'm not going to jump the shark on it, but this is a very promising sign. The trailer shows us more of the locations, or the islands, that Sonic will be exploring in the game, mainly a wasteland looking one. It's a pretty unique setting for a Sonic zone actually, at least for 3D Sonic anyway. Sure, we've had Crisis City or Sand Road, but this is still a different flavour of bleak and decayed. Sonic uses a couple new attacks against the enemies, which is encouraging to see. Ideally, there is still a good amount of moves that we won't see until the game launches, which is important for a game like this, so that the combat doesn't get repetitive early on. Likewise, we get to see a few new enemies as well, with some interesting designs and presumably requiring different strategies to defeat. Previously, some people had said that they didn't like the new robots, but considering this is not supposed to be Eggman, I have always said that I am for it. They are very prominent with the other feeling about them. As for the cyberspace levels, I have to be honest. For me, they are the weakest part of the game and this trailer. Some shots do look intriguing visually, but gameplay wise, it just looks like Force's boost corridors and 2D platforming sections. I really hope I am wrong about that, but none of the boost stages we have seen give me the more dynamic and open Unleashed or Generation Seaside Hill vibes. Still, one of the most interesting aspects of this trailer are the story implications, so let's get into that. Sage claims that Sonic is endangering the world. As far as I am aware, all we knew before this was that Sonic was trapped within the cyber world and these islands. The possibility of him harming reality is new to this trailer. Naturally, we must take this warning with a grain of salt, as it is coming from a mysterious antagonistic force. She might be telling the truth, or she could be attempting to mislead Sonic and weaken his resolve. Assumedly, Sage was perfectly fine with allowing one of the robots to attack the innocent little rock guy, so how trustworthy can she really be? Later on in the trailer, we hear Sage warn Sonic to leave once again, claiming that he cannot run forever. Due to her insistence, we might infer Sonic is actually able to leave if he wished. This is unclear, and I suspect not actually possible, but Sage might not care to understand Sonic's situation. Even if it were possible, we also see Amy imprisoned in some device, so Sonic is going to want to free his friends before anything else. Whilst we are on the topic of Amy, it turns out those hearts in the overworld have nothing to do with her. Instead, they boost Sonic's damage, whilst the blue fruits boost his defense. This means some of the leaks about Amy are in fact wrong, so double check any you are hoping to be true. Back to Sonic though. We see a moment where he seems to be in pain or exhausted, whilst his arm is coated in digital effects. Considering this is also when Sage warns Sonic that he cannot run forever, I believe that this is some kind of curse or virus that is afflicting Sonic. He may not be able to run forever because it will gradually consume him or some similar effect. In some ways, you could see this as a parallel to the fire curse in Sonic and the Secret Rings, or the metal virus in the IDW Sonic comics. Unlike the metal virus, I doubt Sonic's speed will slow down its effects, but it might put pressure on Sonic to solve the problem fast. Another comparison though would be to Link in Breath of the Wild 2. I know a lot of you are not going to like that, but I'm not going to pretend the comparison is not there. Still, there is also one more way you could interpret this, and that would be under the lens of the Phantom Ruby. Sonic is already in a cyberspace world, which could very well be a new expression of null space. His friends are imprisoned in Phantom Ruby looking tech, and depending on the leaks, Sonic might also be struggling with memory loss. this Phantom Ruby connection does not have to be direct, although it might be, but Frontiers may be trying to redo the potential of a story based around reality warping in a superior fashion to the travesty that was Sonic Forces. As I am sure most of us would agree, many of the themes presented in Forces were not done to their fullest potential, so trying to rectify that in the next game is a logical choice. This might just be true for the design level, where in-game there is no actual connection to Sonic Forces, but it is also possible there are some connections. If so, this seems to support my illusion theory for Sonic Frontiers I made a while back, which already predicted some of these themes before we saw this trailer, and suggests Infinite might actually play a role in the story. I recommend you check it out for yourself to hear more. There is a lot of promise in this trailer for Sonic Frontiers, and I say this as a jaded, disgruntled Sonic Adventure fan who's homeless and old and feels like everything has gone wrong for Sonic anyway. Even with all of that, I can look at this trailer and have that small spark of genuine hope and confidence that maybe things are actually going to go on the up for Sonic at long last. Still, that just about wraps up everything I had to say for this trailer. It was a very pleasant surprise, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have your own theories and wants based off. So, with that in mind, if you do have anything you wish to share, please let me know in the comments below. I'm sure there's much to go over. And thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. It really does help out the channel and lets me know that you're enjoying what I'm doing. If you would like to help me further, leaving a like and sharing this video amongst your friends would be fantastic. With that said, I hope you have a good day and see you next time. This is the Mighty Emperor, signing off. Oh, but before I do leave, I just want to say that these little rock guys, Cocos, they're growing on me. I like them.